Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're filming with the Urban Decay Metal Mania palette, so if you guys are interested in hearing my first impression thoughts, then just keep watching. If you guys are new to my channel, welcome. My name is KARENHARRIS. I like to film tan girl friendly makeup videos here on YouTube. I post quite often, so highly recommend subscribing, turning on that bell so you're notified every time I post, and if you could also watch this video all the way to the end, it really helps me out. Thank you so much in advance for doing that. Now, without further blabbering, let's get into it. Okay, so I'm really excited to play with this palette today. I haven't bought an Urban Decay palette in a hot second. I think the last one I bought was the green one. Can't remember what that one is called. And honestly, this one, I think the packaging is oh so cute. So I was a little bit intrigued by the packaging. And the inside, the color story, not so bad. Definitely don't know how this fits in under their whole naked thing, but I thought the color story was pretty cute. I'm trying really hard not to compare this to the indie palettes that I've been playing with recently, so I gotta like put my blinders on and just think of this as a palette that is sold at Sephora and Ulta for everyday makeup consumers, not people that are kind of really into beauty YouTube and indie makeup and things like that. So gotta put the blinders on, gotta look at it from that perspective, although it is very hard to do that. I will say I was pretty impressed by the swatches, so I am hoping the looks turn out good. I'm planning on doing 2 looks. I'll do one on each eye because I have nowhere to be today. And as much as I love to wear 2 different eye looks out in public, these are going to be very different. So that's kind of the plan there. I did also want to say I was definitely one of those people that still remember the first Naked palette. I have the first Naked palette from back in the day. It was actually gifted to me from my friend for like either it was like my 21st birthday or something like that. So I still have it somewhere. It's in like my memory box. And I definitely hit pan on that palette, and it's just been so fun to watch Urban Decay like evolve and come out with new versions of the palette. So I'm very excited to play with this, and I also did film some close-ups and swatches, so let me go ahead and show those to you now. Rock a Metallic Wet Effect. Urban Decay's innovative new formula packs liquid metallic shadows with creamy intense payoff in a palette format. Perfect for everyday wear, a truly universal palette with wearable mattes, shades perfect for brunch looks to bold metallics for concert chic eye looks. Long lasting for up to 12 hours of show-stopping eye looks. Easy to blend shadows, perfect for novice plus experts alike. Smoke and buff with creamy shadows that blend seamlessly. Shadows stay put with minimal shadow fallout. Enjoy your eye look all day long. 12 bold shades, highly pigment color in a wide range of shades, from everyday neutrals to creamy wet metallics. Rock Wet Effect metallic shadows, radiant shimmers, creamy satins, and matte finishes, all in one palette. Double Edge Vegan Eyeshadow Brush with a packed shader brush on one end and a blending brush on the other for ultimate convenience. In-pack mirror, ideal for applying makeup on the go. Vegan formula, not derived from animal ingredients, and this palette is cruelty-free, and it retails for $59. So this is quite a pricey palette. I hope you guys don't get too bored, but I'm basically like the last person on earth posting videos about holiday palettes from like the 3 main brands that are sold at like Ulta's and Sephora's. On Tuesday, I posted my video with the Tarte Mania palette, and hopefully tomorrow I will have a video on the Too Faced Maple Pancakes Breakfast Brunch with Your Boyfriend in Bed palette. So yeah, hopefully I'll be able to cover everything this week and be done, but oh my gosh, I feel so lame because I was not one of those people that rushed over to Ulta to buy all the palettes. I ordered them online and it took forever to get to me. Plus it was a holiday weekend. So those are all of my excuses. But I'm so excited to play with this. I'm not going to lie. I'm very optimistic because it did feel and swatch pretty nicely. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to grab a Sigma E25 This brush is in my Sigma Favorite set. If you guys didn't know, I did do a collaboration set with Sigma Beauty, and that's always linked in my description box in case you guys are interested in checking that out. So I'm going to start off with the shade Studio. It's like a mid-tone brown shade, and I think it'll be beautiful for a crease color. It is honestly so nostalgic to play with an Urban Decay palette. I feel like I'm time traveling when I play with an Urban Decay palette because it's just been so long. I did prime my eyelids with the Sigma Ignite Shadow Stick or eyeshadow primer, whatever they're calling it these days. And that shade blended amazingly beautifully. I mean, it's a very basic crease color, but I am really happy with how nicely that blended. It doesn't feel, you know, chalky or anything like that. And it looks incredibly smooth, and we're actually getting some pigmentation from it, which is wonderful. Next, I'm going to go into the shade called Road Crew, which is the deepest brown shade. The black shade is called Heavy. It does have some like metallic shimmer in it, so I don't love that. I wish it was just a matte black, but I can use this brown shade for this eye look, and I think I'm going to use the black shade for the second look I'm doing. So yeah, I'm really so far very excited to be playing with this palette. And you guys will have to check out the Man-Eater palette video if you didn't see it go up yesterday or on Tuesday. Then please go ahead and check that one out, because I was expecting to have a different reaction to that palette. Okay, so I've been picturing throwing this yellow gold shade called Decadent all over the lid here. I feel like this is so classic, like 2013 Karen was like the gold yellow eye look. So I'm just gonna pop that on, and honestly, like I said, I have the blinders on. Okay, I'm not going to compare this to indie eyeshadow palettes because that's not going to get anyone anywhere. But like that metallic, it actually went on really nicely. And I feel like it's been so long since I've tried a naked palette that actually did that. I remember I tried the Cyber palette. Oh my god, that was so bad. That palette was so bad. The pigmentation, I don't know where it went. I had that palette on. I think it was when I was pregnant with my first daughter that I tried it in like 2021, and I swear it did not last on my eyes at all. So I'm really hopeful that they've kind of learned a few things and stepped it up a little bit, but that actually went on really nicely. So looks good on that eye. Now I'm going to do this eye, just a little bit of a different vibe on this one, and then we'll do the lower lash line. So for this eye, I want to start off with the shade called Heavy, which is that black shade that I told you about that has the metallic shimmer in it. So I'm going to go in with a Sigma E49, a little bit of a different blending brush, and we're just going to try and stick that black shade on the outer corner and kind of create a angle, because I want it to look like a bit of a wing, and I don't want to bring the black into the crease because I don't want it to be super duper dark. So I'm just kind of putting that on the outer corner there. And then for the crease, I think I'm going to use the same shade that I used on this eye look, because I don't really have a lot of options as far as like a shade that goes with the darker colors. A lot of the other shades are just neutral brown, so I'm just gonna start kind of angling that as well and then bringing it into the crease. These mattes are honestly surprising me. I feel like it's been a long time since I had tried an Urban Decay palette and been like, oh, that's actually not terrible. Like, most of the time I'll try an Urban Decay palette and be like, oh god, like what happened? Urban Decay used to be so good. They used to make my go-to eyeshadows. I used to buy every palette, and then things just kind of went downhill. Although I feel like now that they're owned by, I think Estee Lauder owns Urban Decay, and maybe they've taken some of the best formulas from their other companies and incorporated it into Urban Decay. Maybe, who knows? I don't actually know that. That's just my speculation. Okay, so I tried to give it a bit of a cat eye look on the end there, and now I'm going to use the silver, which I am not a big silver gal when it comes to eyeshadow shades, but I feel like with a palette that's kind of like metal themed and heavy metal themed, I feel like everybody's going to expect that there is a really good silver shadow in this palette, so I figured I'd go with that Rockstar look. That is pigmented. Did you guys? Oh my goodness. Urban Decay. I was not expecting that. Wow. I'm like genuinely surprised, you guys. I was not expecting such a pigmented silver. Teresa, have you seen this silver shade? I don't think she reviewed this palette. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I didn't see it. I know she's like a silver eyeshadow like alien slut, so hopefully she sees this video, but I'm shook. Like, what is happening on this eye right now? Oh my goodness gracious me. I just wish there was like a different crease shade that I could have used that wasn't a brown, but you know what, we pulled it together. I'm like genuinely stunned. Anyways, let me throw some eyeliner on so we can finish up these looks. So for eyeliner today, I used the black eyeliner from Natasha Denona. I'm going to take this Clionadh brush and I'm going to go into the shade Heavy, and I'm just going to drag that black shade from the outer corner down into the lower lash line. And then I'm going to take the shade Studio and I'm just going to run that on the inner corner. Just don't really want to bring that black shade all the way to the inner corner, because I think that sometimes when you make your lower lash line like too dark, it kind of makes your eyes look smaller than they are. So I like to keep it a little bit on the bigger side. And then I do want to add a twist, but let's go ahead and do this eye too, because I want to use the same brush. So I'm going to go into the shade Studio and I'm going to run that on the lower lash line here as well. And I'm going to bring that chocolatey brown shade all the way back up to the outer corner and just join that. This eye to me is definitely more of like an everyday eye look, and there are also some other really pretty neutrally shimmers that you could use and create this look for like a work day. And then this one is definitely more of like a nighttime sexy rock star rock concert kind of vibe. I don't know, listen, I couldn't even tell you the last time I went to a concert. What do I know? I'm just an old lady on the internet at this point. Okay, so I'm going to take this brush, and I decided I wanted to add a twist. So I'm going to take the shade called Powder Quartz, which is a like purpley magenta shade. And I just thought that would be a fun little inner corner. It's this shade right here. Fun little inner corner. Ooh, with the yellow, I thought that would be a fun pop, and I also thought it would go really well with the silver, so I'm just going to add it on both inner corners. I haven't watched any videos on this palette because I was going to get this palette. I'm going to have to go see if anybody else was as impressed with this palette as I am. I'm shocked. Like, I'm so shocked by this palette because Urban Decay has not done something this decent in a hot second. So anyway, the eye looks are done. I need some mascara. I need a lip color. Gonna get it all together, and I'll be right back to give you guys my first impression thoughts on this makeup I tried out. Okay, also mascara is on, and then I realized I actually had a package from Sigma Beauty that I can play with today. So these are their new lip creams that they're launching on September 19th. And basically these are hydrating lip creams, $22 each. Insanely smooth. These hydrating lip creams are lighter on the lips than a liquid lipstick and more pigmented than a lip gloss. Enriched with jojoba oil, sunflower seed oil, and vitamin E, these creamy non-sticky lip creams add a protective layer to color and hydration to keep your lips looking soft and supple all day long. So we have 5 new shades. They are Dapper, Begonia, Rosewood, Nomad, and Dusty Rose. So these are Absolutely beautiful. The packaging is just like their lip oils, but the tops remind me of their blush, bronzer, and highlighter packaging. So yeah, very, very cool. I'm definitely gonna do a swatch reel or something with this, but I thought for the sake of this video, I would go ahead and try on a shade. So I think we're gonna do Rosewood, which is described as a soft rosewood creamy sheen, and I'm so freaking excited because I love a good lip cream. It looks insanely pigmented, so let's go ahead and try it on. I didn't line my lips or anything because I'm thinking there's going to be enough pigment in this. That is going to be so quick and easy for people to do like touch-ups throughout the day. It feels so creamy. It feels like a lipstick melted down into a liquid form, and then you apply it on your lips with a little bit of gloss, so it has a bit of a sparkle or like a shine to it. Oh my gosh, and so comfortable. I feel like this is going to be such a hit for Sigma. So I just wanted to show those, tell you that I have them, and of course I will link them down below, or at least link you to the Sigma website. I do have an affiliate code with them. It's just KHMAKEUP10 if you want to save anytime on Sigma Beauty's site. And like I said, I do have a favorite set with them as well. It's always linked in the description box. Okay, now everything's done. I also threw on my new earrings that I got from Zara. I showed the matching necklace on my Instagram stories, and I was like, what do you guys think? It's a little bit more kind of alternative than I'm used to, and most of you voted that I return it, but I had some trusty friends tell me that I should try something different. So I did keep the necklace in case any of you are wondering, but I actually really like the earrings. I was a little bit unsure, but I think they look really cool, and especially with the palette called Metal Mania, I think it looks amazing. So anyway, before I talk about the palette, let me tell you what else is on my face today. I tried the MAC foundation. This is the Powder Studio Radiance Powdered Foundation in the shade NC42. I tried this recently in a testing new makeup video, and I was kind of like humming and hawing about it, but I wanted to keep trying it. I really love this shade on me. I feel like it's such a good shade match. So yeah, this is NC42 on me, and I'm still getting used to the radiance, but I did powder a little bit more, and I think that helped me feel a little bit better about the situation. I'm wearing my Tower 28 concealer, the Man-Eater bronzer stick from Tarte. I've been saying I really like this, but I'm wondering if I'm changing my mind about it. I feel like I don't know, I feel like I was having a harder time blending it the last few times I've tried it. And I also feel like the shade, it might be a little too cool tone for me. I'm not 100% sure about it. I'm going to keep testing it out even more. And then I use the Moira liquid blush in the shade Best Friend. Such a pretty like brown tone, burgundy rosewood type of shade. So that's the blush I have on today. And then my new favorite highlighter from Too Faced. This is the Moon Crush highlighter in the shade Shooting Star. So I've been wearing this one quite a bit recently. I did order the new highlighter from RMS. So once that comes, I definitely am going to try and play with that one too, because I really like they're called like their redimensioned blushes. And they just came out with a highlighter, so I'm excited to play with that. But anyway, I've been wearing the Too Faced one a lot, so if you guys are sick of hearing me talk about it, I'm sorry, but it's just such a good highlighter. It's like subtle, it's perfect, it's perfect. So anyway, love that, love this lip cream. So far, so good on that. Now let's go ahead and talk about the new eyeshadow palette from Urban Decay. I feel like hell is about to freeze over, but I actually don't hate this palette. I think it's really cute. It is on the pricey side. It's $59. Yesterday I played with the new Tarte Man-Eater palette, and I think that one has 24 eyeshadows in it, and that one retails for $52. So the price difference is quite hefty. I don't know if the quality of the eyeshadows is any different. Like, I didn't go through the ingredients or anything, but I did feel like these metallics were really, really nice. Like, way better than anything I've experienced with Urban Decay in the last couple of years. So I feel like there's hope. I feel like, you know, this means that we might see some more interesting color stories, some better formulas from Urban Decay. So fingers crossed on that, because some of the last few Urban Decay naked palettes have been quite awful and definitely a miss, but this one I could actually see myself reaching for and wearing these looks, especially with the holiday season. I think these are so fun. I could definitely see this being like a New Year's Eve look, or, you know, concerts, Thanksgiving. Well, I would wear this mostly to Thanksgiving, but also a great everyday palette, like I mentioned, because these shades right here would be perfect for the office, or, you know, whatever it is you do in your day-to-day life. Maybe you just didn't make YouTube videos like I do, but I'm honestly shocked. I'm shocked. I'm kind of impressed. I do hate the price point. I do think that $59 for an Urban Decay Naked palette is a little steep because there's not that many shades, especially when I compare it to Indie. Like, oh my gosh, that's gonna make me a little bit sad. So gotta keep the blinders on. As far as if I was shopping at Sephora and Ulta, I feel like I would be very happy if I picked up this Urban Decay palette. So those are all my thoughts. Let me know, were you guys interested in this palette? What are your thoughts? I love hearing you guys sound off in the comments. I feel like I learned so much from my subscribers. I love hearing like what you guys are interested in, what you're not interested in. Are you surprised by my first impressions on this palette? Let me know. Let me know because I'm nosy. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in another video very, very soon. Bye, guys!